Hey, what's going on, everybody? Got the old Mongo man making my way to Mongo's garage from Kenny's garage. I had to go over there and get the microphone so you can hear me. The old phone here, it just isn't what it used to be. Got to get a new one. What we got going on here tonight, and I wanted to clue you guys in on, is BOV1 is back in the shop. If you've been watching the shorts, you already know that, but there it is, definitely back in the shop. And right now, in here, we've got a bunch of different stuff going on. This is the rear bumper off of BOV1. I've had these parts laying around the garage here for about a year. George is in the midst of getting that welded up. Don't look at the weld hard.
I'd leave that in, because when I weld it, it's going to pull it.
I'm just worried about getting another one in my ear.
Oh, I know, it hurts. I've experienced it. Make it still hot when you move it, it don't hurt.
We're not finished welding it yet.
Oh, my bad.
As you can see, the bumper's made out of 1/2 inch thick steel, so we are 70-18 stick welding that thing together. George is doing a real nice job with it. We actually had Harley welding on it a little bit last night.
Yeah. It gets dark. Sweating my balls off right now. All right, I want to do it again. That sucks.
Yes.
So, okay, it's not too bad.
No. But it's not bad. For the first time ever touching a welding rod, I thought she did pretty good. Up here on this end of things, I've been working on Clifford's rad support, as you can see there, and that was the short from last night. What that is of course, rad support out of Clifford. The big aluminum radiator is a Ford 460 rad, and underneath of that is a 3rd gen Cummins intercooler. As you can see, I cut the bottom off of those rad supports and extend it down a couple inches, and it fits that intercooler really nice. The only other thing you got to do is do some clearancing on the sides. But tonight, I got to finish that up for Kenny. I got a little bit of rust repair to do over here on this side. Kenny is going to come out and hopefully wash up old BOV1 so I can make a decision of what we're going to do with this goofy thing. And I'm hoping that George makes his way back to do some more welding on the bumper. All right, for you new subscribers to the channel and those of you who have no idea what BOV1 is, BOV1, of course, stands for Bug Out Vehicle 1. I bought this truck in October of 2014 and started the rehab then. At that point, I was only planning on snow plowing with the truck, so I wanted to put a heavy-duty front axle under it, Dana 60, 10 1/4 in the rear, and I was just going to put a reliable engine in it. As projects like this often do, just snowballed completely. It ended up coming clear off the frame. I went in, I fixed everything on the frame, fixed everything on the body. There was probably like 70 patches in the body of this thing. So I've got quite a bit of time, money, and effort wrapped up in this thing, and it's been sitting for probably the last 4 years. I think if you go back, you can see some video of me working on the bumpers and stuff, but Brad and I took it for a ride about 4 years ago, New Year's Day. That was the first time it was back on the road. Well, I say back on the road. It looked just like it does right now, no doors, no windows. But here we are, trying to get this thing put back together now. Give you a real quick look at what we've got. Dana 60 hiding up under front here. The Dana 60 is sitting on a set of factory leaf springs. As you can see, shackles in the front, just like Ford did it. Under the hood is a rebuilt 306 inline 6-cylinder. Got the Chevy HEI distributor on it there. Carbureted. It was a air-conditioned truck. As you can see there, I have deleted the air conditioning and just left the heater box on it. Manual shift, as you can see there, we have the master cylinder for the clutch. And of course, the inner fender is missing. The truck does have a 3-inch body lift so that I could fit winches front and rear. As you can see, that winch is kind of hiding up under there nice and neat. One of the things I am very proud of on this was that you can't tell that this wasn't a 1-ton Bronco from the factory. This is just as though Ford would have done it. Inside, I've deleted the Ford buckets and put in a set of Sprinter buckets. These are out of a Sprinter van. They're all passenger side, by the way. This dash was completely restored 4 years ago, but after sitting for 4 years, it now has a mouse house living in here. And that's evident by all of the mouse urine on the floorboard. That's what KJ is going to get rid of for me. It does have the new Process 4-speed in it with a just a Borg Warner, nothing special transfer case. Still has the AC controls because this is an AC dash. Tachometer dash, the full 9 yards. Everything in here was gone over, and there's videos to show all that stuff. Again, like I said, this thing has about 70 patches in it. You can see one there, 2, 3. Come back in here, you can actually see this has all been rebuilt and is all new. The wheel well there's a big patch on it. Maybe you can see that's better over here on this side. I am planning on putting rear buckets in it, more passenger side Sprinter seats. It has a, I don't know what that is. I think it's a 1.5 by 3 rectangular tubing roll bar in it. More so for looks than anything. It's fully welded into the tub. Out back, it does have the Ford 10 1/4. And another winch living under the back of it. I had to completely rebuild the back end of this thing because it was all gone. And it's currently sitting on a set of 1250 20s with 37s wrapped around it. My plan is to decide what to do with it from here. Again, like I said, it's been sitting for 4 years since I last really did anything major to it. And over that time, as you can tell, it's not fared very well. Just a set of, it just has one coat of primer on it. And as you can see, it's definitely gone through in some places. We talked about the dash and how there's now a mouse living in there, or probably an entire family of mice. And to be perfectly honest, I'm just not very proud of what it looks like right now. With all the time, effort, and money that we've got put into this thing, I'm trying to decide whether I take it from where it is currently and blow it completely back apart, sandblast everything and paint it all once again, and then continue to put it back together. Or do I let KJ clean it all up here tonight and make a decision that we just keep pushing forward from where we're at. The dash, no matter what we do, has got to come back out of it because I got to get that mouse house out of there. But other than that, it does have a left side axle seal leaking on it. That will need to be taken care of for sure, and just a whole bunch of assembly. But we're trying to make that decision here. Once KJ gets this thing cleaned up, we'll talk about the pros and the cons of whether we just push right on ahead and get this thing put together or blow it all back apart and sandblast it back down and, bring it back up like a show truck. I don't know. It's a big decision, a lot more work. We're trying to get it done before the car show. And the car show is July 20th. I believe today is June 6th. So we have just a little under 2 months to do it. All right, so that's enough of me talking here tonight. I got to get busy. KJ's going to get this thing rolled out of here. I'm going to get some welding done, and let's see what we can do. All right, everybody, it's about 10 o'clock out here in Mongo's garage, and I do believe we are done for the night. This is what we got done. We got the upper mounts done here. The lower mounts are welded in, but I got to fix this debacle. And then I'm put a plate over this whole thing and sandwich that in there, and it will be in there for good. Same thing over here. We'll put a cover plate on that. There's the top mount. KJ got old BOV1 washed off. Did a really good job on it. And Georgie was a welding machine. Got a whole backside of the bumper done. Now, come back and put a pass over all that to where we can grind it flush and flat, make it look good. I believe the bumper's ready to go. And as for me, I'm done. This is like day 4 straight. Been out here till 10:30 every night, so it's time to hit the house. Hey, what's going on, everybody? The old Mongo Man is out here visiting Sis in Columbus right now. I wanted to finish up this video, let you know what's going on. The Bronco there, as you can tell, KJ got it good and cleaned up, and the decision I've got to make now is whether we blow that thing completely apart and start over, sandblast everything, paint it, make it look good, and bring it back up, 100%, or just continue on where it's at right now. It's a big decision. Obviously, I've got tons of money and time invested in the thing right now, and like I said in the video there, I'm not very proud of what it looks like right now. But after KJ got it cleaned up, it definitely looks a lot better. So the big decision that I have to make and have been pondering over here for a while is whether or not I should take the body back off the frame and go after it again, or just finish it up. So I don't know. I'm leaning towards just finishing it up from where it's at, just simply because it is what it is. It didn't start out as a pristine Bronco, and now it's better. There's no rust in it, but Lord knows there's a gang of patches. It's nothing close to what the factory would have been, and I'm okay with that. Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't have done it if I wasn't okay with it. But what I'm after is, I don't think it's good enough to be a pristine show truck. So, I don't know. I'm still going to kick it around. Like I said, right now I'm leaning a little bit towards just finish it up. But there is a long list of things that needs to happen before that can be completed. And if you've made it this far in the video, obviously the thumbnail, this Bronco is going to change everything, or this will change everything, and it's going to change everything. My entire YouTube career so far, that Bronco has been looming over my head, not complete. It's one of those big projects that I just haven't completed, and I actually, once we get this thing in the shop and we get pushing through it and get it completed, it is going to change everything. It'll change my entire mindset, because now I won't have that in the back of my mind that, hey, I got to finish up the Bronco. Once it's done, it's done. I can move on. Clean slate, that's not hiding in the corner of my mind anymore, as the Clarks like to say there, in that dark and far off corner of your mind. And that's where that Bronco has been living for the last 4 or 5 years, as I've been trying to build this YouTube channel. But you guys are going to get to see us put it back together. That's what we're after here. We're hoping to get it done before the July 20th car show, like I said there in the video, but we'll see what happens. But it is definitely going to change everything. All right, that is it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was quite long, but covered a lot of good stuff there. I just talked to KJ back home. He is, I think he's got everything done on the rad support. He's going to paint it, and hopefully it'll be ready to put in when I get there. And then we got to do charge air cooler pipes, exhaust system, and Clifford will be done. So Clifford will definitely be done for the car show, and then we got to push to get the Bronco done. So, all right. If you like the video, make sure you hit the like button, and by all means subscribe to the channel so you can follow along on us finishing BOV1. All right, the old Mongo Man is out. We'll see y'all later.
Love gone sour, suspicion, and bad death.